Hey guys, working on the monthly tarot reads today, and now I'm doing Aries. So I know you guys are looking forward to that and everything. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, it would help to lower it down, of course. What we get for Aries for this month. We're going to cover a lot of ground. We're going to pull a lot of cards. All kinds of good stuff here. So it's time for Aries. Let's kind of flip this around. We're going to pull a few from the Rider-Waite deck to set the tone of the month. And hopefully if some of you do read tarot, have a tarot journal. Okay, they're very good. Have a tarot journal. That will really give you some good insight and teach you the tarot. It's good to do like a monthly card and then a daily card, at least one daily card, just to kind of see how everything plays out. Okay, let's focus on Aries. And I'm trying to crank these out for you guys today, so they'll be in time for tomorrow, beginning of November. So these are for November. Try to get back into it. So we're going to pull a little bit of Rider-Waite here. Pull from the middle. It'll get in there. Okay, it'll get in there. All right, let's cut it right there. Looks good. All right, so we're going to pull 3 cards. Interesting, that's been my card. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Aries. So I've got the Page of Cups in the reverse position. So I feel like we might feel a little bit out of balance emotionally. Notice the kind of waves in the background and everything, but we've got a reversal of this and so forth. So we may have felt, you know, one of the things, it is a fire sign, but I'm telling you, the Aries has a lot of emotion there. But one of the things here is we're going to be dealing with a little bit of inner conflict that has been going on. I feel we're facing some inner conflict. When the Five of Wands reverses for me, I know there's a lot of people, but a lot of times there could be outer conflict that is really making you feel something very internal, hence the reversal. So we're going to be facing a little bit of that. But one of the things here I've got is the Seven of Swords energy here. I believe that some of this emotion and this conflict is going to be coming because of some kind of betrayal that we are facing, that we have experienced. It's not just necessarily that somebody's going to betray you this month, but we may be dealing with some kind of an old betrayal. And we could be facing a little bit of anger there. You know, the Five of Wands energy can be anger and a little bit of frustration, but a lot of sensitivity and also some sadness from this. So this is going to kind of creep up emotionally, this event here. And so working on that healing is going to be very critical. And try not to be angry, try not to punish yourself, and definitely don't take it to heart, whatever kind of experience that you had here. So now we're going to look a little bit at Thoth. We're going to pull from that deck to kind of get that energy too. So we're going to, it's time to face some things. It's time to face some things of the past that kind of happened. And it may have even just happened last month or something that we dealt with, some kind of betrayal. So we get that Thoth energy in here. I love Thoth. It's so direct. Okay, let's cut the deck. Right there looks good. Let's see what we can look for. Yeah, we're dealing with something here. Something here, Aries. Okay, so we got some challenges here. So with that betrayal comes sorrow. So we do have some kind of heartache that we're going to be facing here, that we have been dealing with, that's kind of buried. It's coming to surface, and it really needs to be faced. And one of the things we got, you know, Aries is normally very confident within themselves. They're very good about that. They're very powerful. They have a lot of personal power, but can get easily hurt. So facing that and working on the healing and the pain and the sorrow of that is going to be very, very critical. So the emotions and the fire combined make steam, you know. So we're going to be facing that. And then we've got the Four of Cups. That's the luxury card. But the Four of Cups can also be missing an opportunity, is one of the traditional meanings in the tarot. So if people are kind of coming at you, you know, with advice and trying to help you and try to boost your spirit, don't shrug them off. Don't shrug them off, because, you know, listen to those friends that are there to care for you. You may feel like you just want to kind of withdraw and you don't want to deal with anybody. I don't want your crappy advice. You don't understand how I feel. I get kind of that energy with Aries, that you may experience that people don't understand how I feel. People don't understand me at all. But give people a chance to give the advice, because we don't want to miss the opportunity. It can be a very healing moment. But I feel like one of the things, so I've got that 10 of Cups, once we cross through that fire during this month, we get a really good emotional balance and we get centered, which will be really good. And we're going to get, you know, it's like, I feel like this breakthrough is going to take place for you, Aries. I feel the breakthrough is going to take place, that we finally, everything kind of balances, our temper kind of goes down, and we start getting a good emotional equilibrium. But a lot of it is with your support system, that there are people that love and support you. And that is going to be very helpful for you to really listen to them and accept their help. I know you always like to do things on your own. You're the most independent sign of them all and everything, very self-sufficient, but it's okay to accept help from others during this time. Now, I feel there might be a little bit of worry with finances and things like that, a little bit of struggle and everything. We're going to be kind of, you know, maybe even frantic. Spirit was saying somebody be frantic about things. Everything is going to be okay, though. Once we get that balance, everything is going to be okay. And you're going to realize that problems you have, anything in finances, are not as bad as it seems. It's normally a worry card. So I feel a breakthrough will come through with that kind of energy, will be good. Okay, so now let's pull from Angel deck to kind of balance it out with some positive messages, because we also need the positive messages. Whoops, and that just flew out. Okay, perfect. So I've got the Four of Air, which is about especially taking kind of time, kind of rest, retreat. This is not a time to take drastic action or anything like that on certain areas. This is a time to kind of recharge the batteries and everything, especially from dealing with some kind of upset and so forth. Kind of a time to go within and kind of meditate on things. If you do that, that's going to kind of calm everything. But see, remember we bounced back, you know, we have, or I said you would bounce back with some of the finances. I've got the King of Earth here. So I feel something happens towards the end of the month where we come into some good prosperity. Some smart moves that you've made will put you in a better place. Now, one of the things is also make sure, one thing Spirit is saying, practice gratitude. Be grateful, especially when this comes through. This is going to be a positive boost and put you in a better position. And it's going to uplift your spirit. And look at that. We've got the renewal card. We've got the renewal card here. So everything's going to be kind of renewing within you. You're going to be going through a lot of internal changes that are going to help you get that balance that you need and stuff. And then the Page of Air, some good news I feel is going to come in through this month. That another thing is going to boost you. So even though we've got some challenges, we've got some healing to do and things like that, we're going to get in a better position and everything, which is good. Angels seem to be supportive with that. Let's look a little bit at love. Oh, that's a very Aries card. Very Aries card. So very interesting. We got the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles that is popping in. So for those that are in a family, in a relationship, happy family life, I feel we're going to get into a little bit better place and so forth. For some of you, a little bit more stability within the unit and the relationship should be good. The Seven of Pentacles, we were kind of talking about prosperity and so forth and growth. This is a time with little bits of growth, working hard. You're going to probably feel like I got to work harder and harder for everything I've got. But that is okay. It is going to pay off. You'll see a little more payoff further, especially within getting in December. But some of this, you're going to still reap some awards. It's going to feel like at the beginning of a month, a little stress and strain. But then when we get towards the end of the month, we get into a better position. Some of the hard work pays off. Now, the Seven of Wands, you may feel like you need to stand your ground over a situation with the relationship. You need to stand up for yourself. But I want you to be careful. We're dealing with a little bit of inner conflict as well. So we also don't want to come off aggressive or in the sense opening the door for conflict. So we want to try to be in a peaceful position. But the one good thing, I do have the Three of Wands here for the relationship. You know, that this person, your partner, they're your one, they're your home and everything. And I feel I don't feel any kind of, you know, terrible drama in a relationship. Some of you are going to be very good in that, you know, that we feel like we're back at home and everything like that. But yes, some of you may have some kind of betrayal in your situation, and you also need to examine that. Notice those are sevens, and then Seven of Swords and everything like that. So some of you are going to have a good balance with that Ten of Pentacles energy, family life, uniting. But some of you that were in shaky kind of relationships that were kind of going nowhere, there could be a betrayal that we experience and so forth. So a little bit different for some of the Aries energy. So let's pull some Lovers Oracle for you. I get that card a lot for people. Yeah, I definitely get with some of you, Aries, I've got two cards that are about giving each other space. Two cards giving each other space here. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Never, love never claims. It simply allows and gives. And the reflection, give each other some space at the moment. Trust and faith that it'll all work out for the best. So some of you are sitting here in a relationship that maybe you're kind of going through a little inner conflict, and they may be going through a little bit of something themselves. And if we smother each other too much and everything, and we're not taking a little space to be able to take care of some of the inner conflict that we're dealing with, it's going to backfire. So make sure, if you're not feeling, you know, up for the challenge here, and you need some time and some space away, take it. Definitely. And also, if your partner is saying, you know, I feel a little smothered here, you know, I feel, you know, if you've been just kind of arguing, just be like, you know what, let's take a week off, and let's just kind of, you know, get our bearings about us. Take care of what business. You take care of your business that has been affecting you, and I'll take care of my business that has been affecting me. And so if we want to go ahead and heal the relationship and everything, that's what we got to do, is give a little space. Obviously, if you live together, harder to do, but just, you know, it could be maybe they're at work, leave them alone. Don't be texting them all day, things like that. When they come home, let them watch TV a little bit, let them kind of veg out, have a little time to themselves, and take time for you as well, especially. So let's go ahead and pull from some oracle cards now. So I have been doing, yeah, Starry Beginnings has been a good one. Hold on one sec. Wow, I got this card for somebody else too. Spirit likes to deal with that. So I've got the card Enjoy Where You Are. So one of the things, you know, that people can do, which is very common, is, you know, maybe with their situation, they're not happy with it and so forth. And one of the things we got to do is, no matter what circumstances that we're in, we got to try to find our joy in the situation we are at in some way. I know we always have goals and dreams, like I want to be doing this. I want a bigger house. I want a nicer car. I want a better relationship, you know, whatever it may be, you know, but the card is saying enjoy where you are. Kind of look at the haves and not the have-nots, which is very important. I also have the card Shine Love on Fear. So if you've been facing any kind of fears during this time, shine love on it. That is very important. And then, of course, the card we talked about, a little bit of betrayal for some of you. You are healing your heart. So we've got the you are healing your heart card. And now we're going to deal with a little bit of shadow energies for the month. Okay, so the card we got is the Observer. So during this time, just really kind of step back and observe all the situations as we are doing some healing and also some soul work that we're going to be working on. So there's a lot of internal work that Spirit is kind of calling you to kind of withdraw, give partners some space, some things like that, and do some soul work during this time because things are coming to surface. But at the same time, also take time to play. You know, Spirit is also saying, you know, get your work done, yes, but have a little fun. Take time to play as well. We've got to do that too. We've got to be able to have some fun. And let's pull from, I'm actually being drawn to this deck for you guys. And that one definitely is calling me. Yep, there we go. So one of the things with some of you that may have experienced a betrayal, I've got the card Truth. So seeing the truth in a situation and facing that, that's one of the hardest things to do sometimes, is really opening and facing the truth. And notice the card Finding is next to the truth. Finding the truth. So some of you are going to be in for an awakening moment with some things that are going on. But your well-being is the most important thing. You've got to take care of you. You've got to put yourself first. Aries is actually really good about that, putting themselves first. They're smart enough to do that. So there's definitely that energy. We're going to be finding some truth. Some of you are going to find some truth in some situations. You may not like it and so forth. But a lot of you at the same time, there's some good stability for people who have a good stable foundation. In your relationships and so forth, you'll be okay. But for those that the foundation was kind of shaky already to begin with, there's something going on and everything. So it's going to be a challenge. So, but you know you're going to rise above it because you're Aries and everything. You're going to rise above it and you're going to stand strong. And one of the things is you're not afraid to be independent and stand up for yourself. We got that, even that Seven of Wands energy there, you know, standing up. There's a lot of Aries in that card. You know, standing up for yourself and standing strong. You're going to be very good on that. Because one of the things is you know as a sign that you deserve to be treated well. That's one thing about that. You know that you deserve to be treated, you know, like a queen, like a king, that kind of energy. I do hope this helps.